Hi guys, and welcome to my very first review of anything, not just Star Trek products. I've always wanted to do these. I've always watched other people doing them, but never actually done one myself, so I thought it was time to change that. I'm a huge Trek nerd. I've been collecting Star Trek memorabilia since the early 90s, I believe, with the Playmates range. And I've always been a massive fan of the Enterprise D, which is good news for me because Corgi have just released this latest Enterprise D model, along with the Enterprise 1701 as well, but I've not got that one yet. And I've just read that they are planning to release others as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's in the future. But the first thing that I notice on here is the box. I mean, it's just stunning. I love that. I could even take the lid off and frame that, because I think it's just beautiful. So I have got the Eagle Moss XL Enterprise D for comparison. And I also want to point out that back in 2006, Corgi did release the Enterprise D model, which I have somewhere. I think it's in my closet of doom, so I can't find it at the moment, but I will be getting that out. Yeah, let's have a little look and see what's inside here. Okay, so moment of truth, and look how cool that is as well. I really like that. I just love this box. Never ever parting with this. Okay, let's have a look. Wow, that's really pretty. I love that. Okay, so there's the actual model itself, looking really good. And we've got some information here about the Enterprise D, which if you want to read that, feel free to pause. I won't read it out in case you want a little surprise when you get yours. Let's have a look at this thing. Okay. So, I believe, yeah, I think it's the same model from back in 2006, which means I already have this somewhere. Sorry, the lighting's terrible. Yeah, it's the same model. Although I do think they've given this one lighter lifeboats. It's got a new paint job for the lifeboats, I believe. And this bit behind the main shuttle bay, that looks brighter. I think it is anyway, from memory. I really wish I could find that original model out. I might have to do that and add it to this one. So, let's have a little comparison. Again, here's the Eagle Moss version. And then here is Corgi's new version. So the Eagle Moss version is actually bigger. And one thing that I always feel lets the Eagle Moss models down, well, this one in particular, it's very smooth. There's no textures, no paneling on top. Obviously there is with the paint, but I always thought it looked too smooth. And the windows, famously, the window alignment on these models can be really terrible. I never figured out why, and I don't know why they never addressed that, but sadly it did seem to be a continued tradition. Yeah, so the Corgi one, as you can see, much darker paint job and much better paneling. I do prefer the paneling on there. Again, the lifeboats are plain. A lot of these models just make those lifeboats plain, and I think on the original, I think they were plain anyway, but we've since learned that there is a lot more detail on those lifeboats that we rarely see. I don't know if you can see this, but there does seem to be a bit of a paint issue on the main bridge there. Like some kind of black paint has leaked inside, so that's a bit of a shame. But I do like the details on the transporter emitters, look. Like you can see on the Eagle Moss version, they're just plain. But on here, they've got the detail. I love that. It's right there as well. Underneath. Ooh. Now, why have they put the trademark right there? That's a bit of a problem. They could have done it the same as they've done this Corgi logo on the star drive section. Interesting choice, but it doesn't ruin it. It still looks really good. What else can we see? Really good details. I'm loving it. One thing that a lot of reviews of these models, one thing I've noticed, they don't really show the deflector dish very often, so that's something I always want to see. Let's have a look at the warp cell alignment, warp engine alignment, sorry. Get it in focus. A little bit wonky, but not too bad. I can see as well that there's a little bit of a... Is that stuck together? No, it's coming apart there, but I can't get it back together. Never mind. If you look at the Eagle Moss Enterprise D as well, look at the warp engine alignment for that. That is awful. And that's how it came as well. That's always really annoyed me. But from the sides, you know, it's not too bad, but drives me crazy. Okay, so looking at this from a different angle. Interesting choice with the impulse engines there. And there does seem to have been, sadly, a bit of a paint error on the main impulse engine there. There's like a blip. That's a bit annoying, but again, it's fine. One thing that I have always noticed on most of these models, I'll look at the Eagle Moss one for example, shuttle bay 2 and 3 are the same size, and that's repeated here as well. But if you look at the actual pictures of the model, the original model, shuttle bay 2 should be smaller than 3. That's always annoyed me, but it's not just Corgi that have done this. Most of them do. I think the Diamond Select Art Asylum Enterprise D got that right. I need to double check that. I might be wrong. But this, to me, looks more like the 4-foot version from the next generation. There were a 6-foot version of the model, and then they made a 4-foot version because it was easier to film. And this looks like that. Oh, I hate wonky warp engines. Oh, I wonder if I can fix that myself somehow. But for the warp engines themselves, I actually really like the paint job on there. Really nice attention to detail there. They are missing the thrusters. Oh no, they are there, they've just not been painted. So yeah, you can see where the thrusters should be, but the paint detail's not been added. And again, with the Eagle Moss version, they've not put them on at all. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, all in all, I think it's a nice model. But sadly, I basically already have it. And I've had it for nearly 20 years in my closet. But this one does come with a new stand that the last one didn't have. So let's have a look at that. I really need to invest in a proper tripod. Okay, so there's the base. I heard someone say it was a little bit clunky, which I understand, but I quite like it. It's really lightweight as well. There's the base. And then for the actual stand itself, brilliant. So there we are. There she is on a stand, and I think that looks really good. And you can also change the direction as well. So I really like that stand. Again, looks brilliant from all angles, apart from this one because of the wonky warp engines. But I can forgive that. Really happy with this. I'll hopefully be getting the 1701 soon. And looking forward to finding out what else they're releasing. So thank you for watching, guys.